Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MeyAroyo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today is another Design With Me video because I promised you guys that there are going to be a lot more Design With Me videos in the month of July because, well, that's the most popular videos that you have requested. And I was thinking what to do with this Design With Me video. I do want to make more Design With Me videos when I use specific softwares like Clip Studio Paint and I use my Wacom tablet, and I do want to make more drawing and sketching videos, and there will be more of that as I'm working on my own coloring pages like this new coloring page website and the printable coloring books venture with PayHip. So I am working on that. But for today, what I wanted to do is to have a very simple Design With Me video that anyone can do. I mean, we're using Canva. It's going to be super simple, and it's actually sort of this way of like uploading something, downloading it, uploading it again, changing it, downloading it, uploading it again, and stuff like that. Because there are so many photo effects that you can do on Canva. And when people think like about photo effects, they think that they need a photograph, but that's not true. You can actually create this sort of like geometric pattern, really simple, with all of their elements and squares, and just make a geometric pattern, download it as an image, upload it again, use these effects, download it again as an image to create a pattern, the simplest pattern ever, just by flipping off the angle of certain elements to create a seamless pattern and then putting spots on it. So it's going to be super fun. I'm really excited. And I'm going to take these patterns, I'm going to put them on Redbubble, and then I'm going to take also and put them on the Chinese supplier on a puzzle, because I'm starting to get really into puzzles lately, and I think that it's sort of like a lot of people around me are also starting to really get into puzzles, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the concept of puzzles. I'm gonna order a bunch of puzzles for myself, whether they're gonna be from Amazon, from AliExpress. Thinking about doing maybe like a print-on-demand store for puzzles, even though I have the coloring pages project coming up. I was even looking into drop shipping, and I know I've said a lot that I'm not into drop shipping, and I keep on saying it in some of the videos that it's not my thing, and it is not my thing. I mean, it certainly isn't my thing to do drop shipping in a certain way, but I am getting to know a lot of people who do drop shipping here, and it just seems so much fun. I mean, it seems so much fun to, test order products and make cool videos about this. I mean, seeing what Darlene is doing in her videos really, really got me like, this could be an interesting venture. And if you don't know who Darlene is, then you haven't seen my 6 months on YouTube video, because she was the one interviewing me, and it was an amazing video to make. And I'm really getting into, I think, all of it. I think I'm mostly just getting into the fun of Shopify and the fun of all these like systems, because I really like building things. I think it's one of my biggest advantages and biggest flaws, because whenever there's like a new project, I'm like, oh yeah, I can build it in 2 days. I really love building things, but then sticking by them, I lose my interest really fast. So I am kind of picky on what I'm going to build next, but we're sort of coming off topic here, because the topic of today is a Design With Me video. And I've been playing around with like some photo effects with geometric patterns, and I think I'm babbling about this too much, where I can just show you what I've been doing. And this was filmed yesterday at Nestwork, which is one of my favorite co-working spaces here in Vansco. I sort of like play between two co-working spaces, like the co-working space at 4 Leaf Clover, which is under like it's where I live, so it's literally downstairs, and the co-working space at Nest, which is in the center of the city, and sort of like have these two places that have this totally different vibe to them, and sort of, do some of my things there and do some of my things there and do some of my things in my bedroom, in my studio apartment, which I'm thinking about showing you, because I'm also thinking about doing a day in a life video, because a lot of you guys have requested that for August. And if a day in a life video is something that is interesting to you, please let me know that in the comment section down below. And enough to chat, let's go to my computer, have fun designing a really simple, really fun pattern that you can use on Redbubble, Society6, Teechip, TeePublic. And it looks mostly good on these like all printed t-shirts and all printed hoodies, and it's gonna be super, super fun. So let's just go to my computer and get this tutorial started with. So we're going to start today's tutorial, today's Design With Me video, like always on Canva, going in and selecting a custom size of
5,000 by 5,000 pixels because that's the size I like to work with. And what I want to show you today is basically we're going to do a few steps. We're going to sort of make something and then download it, upload it, change it, download it, upload it, make it into a pattern, and then we're going to upload it onto print-on-demand platforms like Redbubble and maybe even to this new. And what I'm looking for here is with elements. I think I will start with that because that's the most interesting one to me, and I'm trying to think like what kind of shapes I want to do, or if I want to use like the square shape, or if I just want to go to these grids and frames and make something a tiny bit different. Because there is like this really fast way of creating some sort of a mosaic just from these colors and shapes. So I want to go into one of these. Let's say I chose this one. And I'm going to work on the spacing. I'm going to put it down, choose one, and then choose my color palette. And I'm feeling kind of blue today, not because I'm sad, but because I love blue. So I'm choosing to work with some blue colors all around me. So I'm choosing some blues, and then I'm going to choose the same one and change it up a bit to a different shade of blue. Let's change this one as well. Change this one. Change this up a bit, and this one. And then what I want to do with this shape, other than I actually think I want to minimize it a tiny bit, maybe put it all over here on the center line of this existing shape, like on this background, on this square, and duplicate it, put it here again, maybe work on the colors a bit now, like change them up a bit to fit this new style, to fit this new alignment, because I want to make sure like the colors are not sort of like touching each other. If you catch my drift, let's just add some more blues to it to get something that I like. I'm thinking I'm okay with this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to download this, and I'm going to download it in JPEG. I don't need this in PNG. Just download this, and once I download it, right away I'm going to upload it back to Canva and use it further on. So I'm just going to go here, click on add new page and place it here. And now this is an image file. And because this is an image file, what I can do is go to effects, and you have so many different effects that sort of liquefy and sort of like change what you have. And I want to use the melt effect or the wobble effect because it's really cool and it gives like this weird vibe to it, and it takes it a bit of time to update. Don't worry if it gets like this, it doesn't mean that something went wrong. And you can also wobble it a bit more, like make it more wobbly, and apply. And now we're going to wait for it to expand so we can see the full photo. And this is sort of like this abstract painting that we got in an instant. So what I'm going to do with this shape now is actually download it again. So I'm just going to download the wobbly form right down again and re-upload it onto Canva. And you can already see here on the sides that I've done this before. And what I want to do now is I'm going to go back to elements. I'm going to drop the spot ones, but I'm going to select the grids and select the 4 grid, which is the 2 by 2, the even squares grid, minimize my spacing, and take this uploaded photo and basically place it all over. And as you can see by this, it doesn't really create a pattern. I mean, you can see that it's not patronizing, but if I go here and click on flipping on this, it sort of completes it. And this one we will flip this way, and the last one we will flip on both ways. And this is a totally new shape that I can use. So what I'm going to do now is go back and click on this spot thing again, and I'm going to select just the static ones. And now I think I can make something a bit more interesting, but again, also make it patternized as well. Like this is also going to be a part of the pattern, and I want to do it in black and white all over the place. So the way to do a pattern, if you forget, is I take this element, I put it all the way here where it's centered, copy paste it, center it on the other side as well, and align it with this one, and then I can move them together and I can make pretty much any pattern that I want. And I do love making patterns this way. I think it's pretty like it's really an easy way to make creative patterns, and this is a great way to create like the big products on Redbubble or on any kind of platform, because I have used it before on this new when I was doing the shoes, and I just think that it's like a fun way to look at design, I guess. I think it's one of the easiest way to make patterns, and I also know that a lot of people are really into like buying them. So if this is something that you can do as a skill, that you can design these patterns as digital paper, like, you know, pattern digital paper, or how they are called, like seamless patterns. This is also a shop idea on Etsy, on PayHip, or on Shopify, especially if you're doing it for commercial use. You'll have pretty much a lot of clients, I think, when everybody's like doing print on demand now and they're trying to find out, like, you know, how to do these things. I'm thinking also maybe to add a few black ones, or maybe a few transparent ones, or maybe ones in blue. No, let's go with black. Let's color both of these in black as well. The topper one here, and this one here. And obviously I don't have to do this. I can also just, you know, use these elements as is, like the background I had here as is. I don't have to add all these spots, but I kind of do like having these spots all around here. Maybe I'll add another one who's black, like over here and over here. And let's just download this one. I'm still going to download this in JPEG. This is pretty good quality. I'm not worried about the quality. I'm just going to download this and quickly go to my Redbubble, upload new work, and choose this pattern. Let me think about something cool to write about it and move down. So I'm not going to use the large print clothing because obviously it doesn't look good. And like I don't like how it looks in the middle of a t-shirt, so I'm not going to activate the standard print clothing or the large ones. But what I am going to do is I'm going to choose this as a pattern for these shirts, or I can use it as is because it's big enough to be on the shirt as is. I don't have to make it into a pattern, and just align it to look like good with what I want, and then just move on and do the rest. All we're doing here is basically creating patterns on top of these t-shirts and dresses, and you can make it as small or as big as you want. And this was quite an easy pattern to make. And yes, I might have used several pro elements. You don't have to do that. I think that the swirl effect is also with Canva Pro. I am using Canva Pro, and if you want, there is a link down below in the description for you to try out Canva Pro for 30 days for free, or go ahead and check out Creative Fabrica. We have 30% discount for this channel's viewers, and just purchase, you know, print on demand ready art and make these things yourself. But it's like so easy to make it. I mean, come on guys, you saw it, it was super easy. I do like it as art, but I don't want it to be on cards because it's not going to look nice on cards, so I deactivated that one. I think it sort of like reminds me sort of like camouflage. I think we can do like camouflage. Maybe I should make a tutorial about how to make camouflage art. And I kind of like how this one is. And I'm really starting to like this design. I don't know if you guys like this design. I'm really, really liking it. I don't like it on the cotton bag at all. I think it will make for an interesting puzzle because the puzzles are 9,000 pixels, which are very hard for a lot of people to make a flyer that big. But I think that with this like pattern system, especially when the design itself holds so many elements in its own, I think it will be quite an interesting or a difficult. This is a very difficult puzzle to solve because the pieces are basically repeating themselves. I do think it's a nice design for leggings, although I'm looking to make it like really small. And I think it will make for beautiful socks, and of course the bags are going to look pretty awesome. And you can do this in so many different colors with different ink spots. Without ink spots, you can add hearts to it, which would also be cool if you're doing it for Valentine's. You can add snowflakes to it for Christmas, and pretty much have this design fit, well, whatever it is that you are doing. And as for the main photo, I never go with optimize because I don't know what people are going to choose. I think I'm going to go with either the graphic t-shirt or the A-line dress, and since a lot of my top selling products designs are with A-line dresses, I'm going to go with an A-line dress. And let's just wait for it to be uploaded, which is the fun part for me here, especially when I have super fast internet where I'm working at right now. And the magic is happening. The magic is happening, and I love this. I love this. I love this one. I don't know if you can hear my bracelets banging, but I love this design. I think it's pretty awesome. I think it came out pretty dope. I kind of want to see how it looks, like the mock-up of the puzzle. I don't know like how they mock up puzzles. Like the mock-up, I don't really like a lot of their mock-ups. Trying to find a different place to find other mock-ups, but I do think that it's a pretty one, even though the puzzles are extremely expensive, guys. Extremely expensive. Which is why I'm also thinking about doing these puzzles for this new. And as you can see here, we're doing this with the Chinese supplier. There are a lot of videos about the supplier. But what I have here is the puzzle form of this new, and I just am uploading the puzzle right now. And the puzzle specs for this new are smaller, so like they're 4100 by 2900, so they're a lot smaller. The cost of producing the puzzles is just $18 with like $1 of shipping, so it's far better for me if I want to do it like either with print on demand or if I want to, just order my own puzzles, which I'm thinking about right now because I'm really bored and I want to do puzzles. In the past few days with no internet, especially when they have like these beautiful mock-ups, they really upgraded their mock-ups. I was looking into this a few weeks ago and I don't think that this one was here. So I'm really looking forward to maybe like designing or ordering for myself some of these puzzles using this method, which was again so simple of just putting in these elements, downloading them as a photo, uploading them, wobbling them, downloading them as a photo, uploading them again, making a pattern from them, and adding these ink spots to just create something super cool and super fun that doesn't take a lot of time to make and can be a full collection, a full idea. You can make this in a variety of colors and really, really go out, especially if you're going to do like all print hoodies or t-shirts or all kinds of that. This is something that is pretty dope. And with that being said, let's get back to me and talk a bit more about what we have in store for us on the 15th, because we have a big video coming up on the 15th and I'm super excited and I can't wait to tell you all about it.
And we're back to me with my journal because I want to tell you what's coming up later this month, and I have everything in my journal because I don't remember anything. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this style, because I do believe that there is so much more to be done with this. I mean, everything that I just did right now can be done, just the exact same design can be done with like 15 different color palettes, and you can make it into black and white and have the spots in pink. You can make it black and white and have the spots in blue. So like this could be like so many different colors and the white and black spots, or all these colors in the spots with the background being black and white. And you can do it with like lines. You can do it with less shapes and more spots or less spots, or add text on it. So it is a pretty cool system that I really enjoy doing, and I'm going to explore more myself the minute I have time from YouTube and coloring pages and the lightning strike that was in my building 2 days ago, which was insane. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen it on Instagram, but there was like a mini storm here. It sort of took over Bansko in a second, and just one part of Bansko, and like it was just a few seconds when everything just started raining, and then it started hailing. And we're in July. This is summer. I mean, there were like 33 degrees just before it happened, and everything started hailing, and you could see the lightnings in the background, and you can hear the thunders. And then there was this like big explosion and everything went white. Everything went white. And apparently one of the lightnings got caught up in the lightning rod on the top of the building. And like, as much as it is really scary to think about this, well, at least we know that the rod works. And it fried up all the routers in the building and took down the internet everywhere. And it was, I'm laughing about this now, but it gave me so many flashbacks to the army and to the whole growing up in Tel Aviv, and some of the non-fun parts of growing up in Tel Aviv in the 90s and in the 2000s, when there were a lot of bombing. So it was quite an experience, and I would like to thank all of you for messaging me yesterday. I got so much more messages than I thought I would just by writing on Instagram about this lightning thing. So thank you guys. You are so cool. It's still weird to me having all of you guys as sort of like a community, and I talk to a lot of you guys on a regular basis, and I don't know you guys. I've never met you in real life. I think that's why I'm in the shop review video a few days ago, when I did this shop review video on someone from Plovdiv, Bulgaria. I was like, oh, and I was like thinking in my head, maybe it's a person I can meet someday. So if any of you are in Bulgaria, let me know, because I'm going to have a lot of errands in Sofia, and in the next few months I do want to visit Plovdiv and Varna and all these places. But we're going off topic again, because the topic was a design with me video, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you can see like the potential in it when it comes to like your products. I also think they could make like really good shoes. These patterns can make really awesome shoes and really awesome skateboards. I think Spreadshirt or Cafe Press or one of them has skateboards, like the top of them, which could be really interesting. So following today's video will be 2 days of me time, and by me time I mean YouTube time, because I've had so many comments that I wanted to go over last night on YouTube and on Instagram, and it's still hard, you know, with the internet being down. But we're getting back the internet, and I'm gonna be going to a different co-working space today. So I'm gonna get back to, like, you know, first edit this video, which you're seeing right now, which always makes me feel like a time traveler. And then I have to work on my own website, MeyAroyo.com. It's like still just with sort of a homepage, and that's it. And then I want to work on my coloring book project, and then I'm going to see you again at the 15th with a very long video, because it's going to be basically how to set up your own blog to blog about your print-on-demand product. So imagine you have a blog about fashion, and you do like 10 must-have tote bags for the summer of 2021. And those tote bags are your designs. So we're going to be doing that, and I don't know if it's going to be about fashion, about home decor, or just general gift ideas. So I posted this as a poll on this YouTube community tab, so you can go ahead and check it out and vote. So far it seems like most people want gift ideas, so we might do a gifts blog, and the voting for that will close in a day because I need time to prepare and do the blog myself. And that's going to be on the 15th. And on the 19th, we have another shop review video. And if you want your shop to be reviewed, whether it's Etsy, Shopify, PayHip, Redbubble, Society6, wherever it is that you are selling print-on-demand or printable items, you can go ahead and check out a link down below in the description of this video to a Google form where you can go in and anonymously submit your shop, or not anonymously. If you want to leave a name or a message, that is also kind of nice. And I'm still looking forward for someone who would want to like put in a link to a shop and just give out all their social media to do like one direct like shop review for one shop, to just go over everything. And if that is something that is interesting to you, put that in the comment section down below, as well as in the Google form when you submit your shop. Following that, on the 21st, we're having how to make and sell word puzzles and, like, you know, games for kids and printable games, because I'm really looking forward to that. It's a really good venture. I think it combines something that a lot of people want to do when they set up a business, which is to make like something that will make me money, and it's easy to make, but it will also not be useless to other people. Like these all kind of word games for kids and these printables, like thought games for kids, is really educational. So it's something that I'm really into. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And on the 23rd, we are at the end of July. And I don't know if you know it, but with print-on-demand and printables and all that, all of the holidays are coming really early. So on the 23rd, we're going to have another design with me video for Halloween. And I'm trying to make it like inclusive, with like a big design with me video with like all kinds of printables and print on demand. So it's going to be super, super fun. And I'm not going to tell you what comes up after that because it's a surprise. And I'm also kind of looking forward to you guys just telling me what kind of videos you want to see this month. So please let me know in the comment section below or in our Facebook community. If you like this video and found this content useful, please hit that like button down below, because every time you do, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video, I'm going to show it to more people. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. With that being said, that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!